Yo, what's up with it? It's your boy Noonie. It's Leo in the third house, and we back with another read.
Yo, what's up with it? This your boy Noonie, and this Leo in the third house, back with another reading. This is gonna be another pick a card reading. We're gonna be asking the question. Well, I don't even know if I really made it a question. It's gonna be a question, but I didn't really phrase it right. So you're seeing me do this on the fly in a sense, because what I thought. What I thought was how steps to increase your self confidence or self belief. What are they? So maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Somehow I'm going to put that into the title, but that's what it's about. How can you gain more self confidence, self belief? All right. And this is towards any area in your life. That's what it's all about. All right. So I was excited to do this reading. This was something that just came to me one day because I was thinking, well, how can we boost our confidence? Say I wanted to, do something like, be famous, be healthy, be, and stronger. Maybe make more money, maybe create a business, maybe make a move on my crush, any of that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, how can I gain the confidence? What would give me the confidence to be able to do these things? So that's what made me think about that. It was like, I want to be bigger. You know what I mean? I want to do more things. I want to see myself in a light that I've never seen myself in before. So what would give me the confidence to do that? And so that's why I did this, because I wanted to share that with y'all. You know, that's it, man. I like to boost y'all up. All right, so this will just be like a game plan on how you can gain more confidence. All right, so I got 4 piles. Take a look at these. Right, as always, thanks to those people who be liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, getting involved. Thanks to those people who be reaching out and booking those personal readings. I very much appreciate you, value you. Thanks for the support. Thanks for trusting in me. I don't think there's any more than that. So, yeah, 4 piles, right? This will be pile 1, this will be pile 2, this will be pile 3, this will be pile 4. Okay, so I'm going to be putting a closer picture up so that you can see a closer view, if that helps. Also, there's going to be timestamps, right? The timestamps, it's going to be like a little arrow. If you're on a mobile, it's going to be a little arrow that says, boop, touch that little arrow, and it's going to be a timestamp. You just scroll up. It's going to be a little shim I'm talking about. You're going to scroll up and you're going to see pile 1 through 4, whatever. Pick your pile or piles, and I'm going to be there with the boom, right? Also, I think that was it. That was it. If any more comes to me, I'll let you know. All right, so there's going to be a picture. I'm going to be right back. And when I come back, I'm going to be starting over here with pile 1. All right. Boom. Pile 1. So, pile 1. What steps can you take towards gaining more confidence? That's it. Yep. That's perfect. That's my title. All right. So, what steps can you take towards gaining more confidence or more self-belief? Perfect. Pile 1. Thank you. That must be super helpful. Okay. And this is a good one. And it says relax. So Spirit got you. All right. Spirit is actually helping you, pushing you, or ushering you in a new vision, all right, of how to regain your power. So you may be in this energy of, yeah, of course, that's why we're here, getting confidence. So you may be not utilizing your power to the best of your ability, all right? But Spirit has your back. It's right here in the middle. So Spirit is investing in you. Let's go with the signs of who you could be. You could be a Scorpio. You could be a Pisces. You could be a Sagittarius. You could be a Leo. You could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You could be a Virgo. You could be a Pisces again, all right? This just means that you're very intuitive. You could be a person who's very good with routines, all right? If not, that's something that's going to be very good to boost your confidence. Having a schedule, having a routine, a set way of doing things, all right? Well, it's not really set. This is actually mutable energy. So this is kind of like being able to go on the fly, but having a routine that works well for you. So it's like knowing your routine and setting something up that's sustainable for itself, where you don't have to keep thinking about what will you do next. You kind of like have your day already planned, or you have this situation already planned. This is Virgo energy, so you're needing to be very, it's 6th house energy too. So this has to do around with your health, has to do around with, so you could be needing to take care of your health. You could be needing to work towards that, have a routine schedule towards that. Virgo also, not Virgo, well, Virgo does, but 6th house also represents confidence. So this could be that, so you could be needing, and that's what you're working on. But this comes even more. So yours is going to be about a vision. So this is seeing things clearly, being more practical. So not really looking at what's going to happen. Oh, okay. I get it. Staying present. All right. This is going to give you a level of independence and empowerment. Staying present, having a schedule or a way of doing things like procedures, like steps. You know what I mean? So I give you an example. Say you want to, let's just give an example. Say you want to be meeting new people. Say like you're always, because whenever I see Virgo and Lilith is here, I always see like, and it says step outside your comfort zone. So whenever I see Lilith and Virgo or Scorpio, I always think of it as being this energy of people who don't really like a lot of people or don't want people around them. They kind of like ick, you know what I mean? Don't have them in your space, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like energy. So what you would be needing to do is maybe have a kind of like a guideline, like maybe a rule book, but let's not call it a rule book because that's not really cool. So let's call it like maybe like a guideline or like pointers or like cues that you want in terms of like letting new people come into your life. You know what I mean? Like when new people come into my life, we don't have to, but it's I prefer for us to communicate, talk for 3 weeks, 2 weeks, whatever. Let me just fill them out. And then maybe we go out somewhere in a public setting and we hang out and then we have some fun somewhere. And I get to see them in different ways. That's an example. You know what I mean? It could be that you could do the same thing with working out, with eating different, with anything, right? So it's just about building up some type of routine schedule, all right? Making it self-sustainable so that you don't have to keep thinking about it. Because Virgo is about analyzing things and they want to perfect things and they want to put things in its right position. And in this sense, it's like putting things, because with the Uranus right next to it, right? This would be this energy of finding ways to like set maybe even healthier boundaries, but also setting like a clear path of what it is that you intend to do. This will give you more independence or more of a self-empowerment. All right. Also being able to deal with disruption or disturbances or unexpected change, because it says step outside your comfort zone. And with North Node in this just means that this is already like, so remember how I said in the beginning that spirit has your back from the rip. Like that was what this is all about for you, because stepping outside your comfort zone in the North Node, meaning that this is where you're meant to go. So spirit is like got their hand on you, like, come on, let's get her, him where they're supposed to be. All right. And they're saying that this is a realignment, because Comet is here. So this is a realignment, and this is very true. So this is a realignment for you, all right? So you're going to be dealing with uncertainties, wild cards, meaning situations or people who you normally wouldn't deal with. Think of it as like the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. In the first, it does not feel like it's a fortunate situation, but it is. It just doesn't look like it to you because it's shaking up a lot of stuff, and it's things that you can't control. And if you have control issues, which Lilith is usually about, because Lilith is like protecting herself from being controlled. So people who feel like they're being controlled are controlling. So it's that type of energy. So you may be releasing that and learning how to deal with uncertainty, because vision is here, and that means that there's things that you're not really quite clear seeing. All right. And that's what makes you feel like you have no power or control over situations. So see how I noticed that you have control issues through that. All right. But anyway, observer. And it's observing new ways of seeing routines or schedules, new ways of seeing what's considered sustainable. So maybe you might have felt like certain ways of having either relationships, jobs, or doing whatever it was that you were doing you thought was practical. You thought that this was the only way of doing it. All right. There's no other way of doing it, because that's what it kind of vibes. Even though Virgo is a mutable sign, it gives that vibe, and it gives off a person who doesn't want change or doesn't want things to go different than how they've always thought they would go. You know, it's like a taboo. You have a desire for taboo, and that's what spirit is leading you into, which is just non-traditional beliefs, non-traditional habits. It's self-empowerment. It's also sexual liberation. So a lot of times we guilt ourselves for having sexual liberation, like it's not part of being a human. So that could be there too. It's also about like eroticism, or about like, your shadow side, but it really deals around like, I always think of control issues, you know what I mean? But it doesn't have to be that. It can also be like destruction, or like your shadow side, because that's what Lilith is, like a shadow side. She's a shadow side of the moon. So that's the shadow side of your emotions, your other shadow instinct, and that's usually primal. So that's what you're being led into, like being able to trust in your primal instincts, all right, and finding a way to stay present while doing so, all right. So they're going to need you to trust your judgment, all right. See these things from a higher perspective, all right. There's victory to be gained in here. This will boost your confidence, all right. Guarding your feelings, because we got King of Cups in reverse. It says the only way to have a friend is to be one. So this is about you inviting people into your life. And we have solar plexus, all right? Solar plexus chakra here, which is about confidence, assertiveness, authenticity. And it's also about being your true self, like putting yourself out there, putting yourself forward, you know what I mean? Trusting in your, I guess we could say your purpose, but I was thinking more of like trusting in your, trusting, no, it's not your desires. It's trusting in maybe your timing, like when you put yourself out there, you know what I mean? It's like when you make a move, you trust in it. It's like, I got me. So that's where you're going to be in that type of energy. So you're a person who probably, like I said, doesn't really like a lot of people in, or has like control issues about how people come in. They're giving you like, if you work another way of, or work like a maybe like a guideline for people to be able to come into your life, this will give you a level still of independence, because it's like you'll feel or like trust yourself. That's what you're probably struggling with, is trusting yourself, trusting your feelings, because the King of Cups is a person who has a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions. So you can be somebody who's very loving, very caring, very nurturing, very giving, very generous, and that can, you know, be something that gets taken advantage of, because with Neptune here, it represents not having boundaries, or needing to make clear-cut boundaries, or not being able to stay present. So you may be always overthinking situations, overthinking interactions, you know what I mean, and wondering, where do you invest, uncertain if you should invest, you know what I mean, if you should put your time and your energy in there. Because with the first card starting out being a earth sign, this is usually something that you want to see something happen in the physical. You want to see evidence of it being real, or being stable, or being anything, you know what I mean? So earth signs usually want to start something with the ending in mind. So like meeting a friend, if you may feel like first meeting somebody, an acquaintance, or anybody on the first encounter, you may be like, I don't like the way that they wear their shoes, or I don't like the way that they comb their hair. I don't think these are my people. Or I don't like the way they save their money. I don't like the way he spends his money, or she spends her money, or this type of shit. And so it makes you feel like this may not be worth investing in. And that's what they're telling you, is like getting out of that. Spirit has you. They're going to show you what to invest in, and a lot of it may not fit your perception. It may not fit what you think should fit. Because that's what they're breaking you out of. Taboo is like intensity, but it's untamed or unbridled energy. Shadow element, an element that you've been repressing and scared to experience, or put yourself into that energy. Because what it really does is empower you, but it empowers you in a way that also makes people critical of you or defensive of you, and it makes you feel like you need to protect yourself, but spirit has you so you don't have to protect yourself. All right, so you may be like a person who always feels like you have to make things work, like responsibility, like that's what you do. Like, so it's like stepping outside of your comfort zone in terms of responsibility, like doing the work, but this is the part of the work that's your responsibility, is doing the work of stepping outside your comfort zone. All right. It says, are you nervous about someone leaving you alone? So that could be like abandonment issues, or you could be worried that somebody you're dating is going to be leaving you alone. Like that may be playing into your confidence. That might be hindering your confidence. It's a fear. See, Virgo is a sign of independence. And with the sixth house in sustainability, this is a desire for independence. And taboo, or Lilith, represents independence. Remember, I was telling you all independence. So this is what you've been trying to gain, is this like self-independence of being able to maybe choose, or being able to like move how you would like to move, feel empowered in all your endeavors, maybe, or feel empowered with the way that you take charge of situations, or feel empowered with the way that you put yourself out there, because solar plexus is here. And so they're giving you this is what's being healed, this energy of being able to be at ease and not feeling like you have to make things work, not over analyzing situations. You know what I mean? Sometimes with the Neptune energy, this is a dreamy or like a fantasy type of energy, which isn't bad. With Lilith here, you may fantasize about being free, about either being sexually liberated, about being empowered, about being maybe just a bad guy or bad girl. You know what I mean? Like just being what society doesn't want you to be, breaking free. It's untamed energy, it's unbridled. So you're probably like most likely in this energy, and they're saying that this is what's going to help you gain confidence, going against social norms. All right, because this is something that isn't your normal way, and it's going to put you into realignment. But what it's going to do, because anytime I see Lilith here, I know it's like intensity. All right, so what it's going to do is going to bring up significant events in your life, like intense relationships, intense situations where you have to like act with this new ability that you're trying to bring in or usher in. So spirit has your back. So they would put you into situations where you would have to use this energy that you want to use. You get what I'm saying? So like if you have a shadow side, let's say for instance you want to what is something shadowy? Okay, let's say that you want to just have an affair. That's kind of like shadowy. It is shadowy, but that's what we consider shadowy. And it's taboo and by traditional values. I'm not saying that you have to do this. I'm just giving you something that's very clear cut taboo. All right. So let's say that you let's say that you're married and you cheat with your husband or your wife's friend. All right, that's taboo, right? And this is something that normally wouldn't be. It's not socially accepted. You know what I mean? I'm not telling you to do this either. I'm just giving you an example because that's very clear. And so you go about doing this. This is a very intense type of situation. It causes you to act in your shadow side, the side that you're not feeling the most strong or empowered in. But relate that to any type of situation where you're not feeling strong and empowered and it's kind of taboo. And taboo could just mean that it's also not the way that you normally do things because it's outside your comfort zone. All right. Oh shit. So you need to put on like a brave face. All right. So it's also about knowing your place, like knowing that you have a lot of like, I mean, because you're attractive. You have the attractive energy here. So this is about knowing your place, knowing your value, you know, and trusting your judgment because spirit really got you. Taking call to action, just moving forward, making things happen. It says, are you feeling someone is too much in your personal space and can't seem to understand? So that might be what you fear or that's what's going on. Someone may be in your personal space and that may be messing with your confidence. So be aware of that as well. All right. So it says you need to ease your grip on life so that it can lead the way. There's an outcome brighter than you can imagine. So this is just letting go of control issues. But here's your advice. Relax. There's plenty of time to do and achieve all you desire. Place your hands gently on your heart and allow your breath to guide you to a quiet space within. Imagine yourself bathed in golden light flowing from the eternal heart of God. I, your guardian angel, am with you. Allow me into your heart. You will accomplish more by focusing on that which is most important, love. And then you have self-criticism. We, your angels, ask you to please be more compassionate towards yourself. Observe the times when you have critical thoughts about you and make an effort to replace these negative thoughts with positive, loving ones. You are a wondrous being of light, even if at times you think you are less than perfect. Remember that God and divine perfection exist in all things. I ain't gonna lie to you, y'all. This probably could have been like a 30-minute reading because this was like, there was a lot of stuff that I seen, but I was like, this is a lot. I'm not gonna do that. This would be like a 2-hour reading, and I ain't doing that. I'm trying to take my baby girl and her friend to the skating rink. So, but Paul, let me give you your signs. We got Virgo, Pisces, Scorpio, Pisces, Sagittarius, Leo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. All right. So pile 1, that was your reading. Thanks for watching. This your boy Noonie, and it's Leo in the 3rd house. Boom. Pile 2. So, pile 2. What steps can you take towards gaining more self-confidence and more self-belief? Oh, for sure, you could practice gratitude. That's what I'm seeing. You're about to get sweet rewards for your hard work. All right. Oh, okay. So you have skills and abilities. You could be very multifaceted. You could have a lot of things that you're really good at. You could be at this time. They're just saying that you don't have to do much. Spirit's going to put a bunch of options, a bunch of opportunities right in front of your face. All right. That's what the ability is going to be, is to kind of like go with the flow, to allow Spirit to just give you a bunch of, it's like a buffet of options, of opportunities. And what you need to do is make room. All right. This is room. This is concessions. Concessions is in the air sign here, though. So this usually represents new ideas, allowing new things to come in. And this is seeds. So this is allowing new things to come in, new opportunities, new beginnings. You know, let new things come into your perspective or into your mind. All right. And it says slow and steady wins the race. So you got your past. So I guess this is moving out of karmic past behavior because it's South Node. All right, and you could be slowly moving out of that, and like working through that. That's something that you need to be aware of, is like working through your karmic behaviors, your comfort zone, like fine. Or you could be also working towards your gifts, because South Node can represent gifts that you brought from a past life, soul life, but it also represents something that you didn't quite finish, so you're still working towards it. You're working through it. It's past behavior that you maybe that you had. Oh, it's your mastery. It was your past comfort zone. So you could be also moving towards mastery. That might be something that you need to pay attention to, or you need to work on, working towards mastering something. And this could be towards like community, friends, like building large networks of people, or building friendships, groups, giving people hope, fulfilling your own wishes. You know what I mean? Because it's star energy. Let me give you the energy. Maybe give you signs real quick. You could be an Aries, could be an Aquarius, could be a Leo, could be a Virgo or a Gemini, or you could be a Capricorn. These are the signs I got. All right. Oh, and because we got air here, it could be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So you could be one of these signs. So first and foremost, we got yours protected. You are protected spiritually. All right. So you maybe, because we have that here. All right. It says you're spiritually. I was about to say you may feel like you're under attack, but it's saying that you're spiritually protected. So you are spiritually protected here. And we have, like, because whenever I see these cards in reverse, these cards always represent in reverse is divine is carrying you, or divine is working with you. All right, kind of like that last with the spirit animal thing. They do the same thing. So you're probably going through a tough cycle, or you're finishing up a tough cycle. Like you persevere through a lot of stuff, because this is a long. Whenever I see the end of a tough cycle approaches, this means this was a long, tumultuous transformation, a long, tumultuous journey, and so you're gonna be able to take a load off. Friends, new friends. All right, Aquarius energy here, it represents new friends. All right, friends that can help you grow in the world. So you're needing to allow that. So you're probably like in the energy of like, not really appreciative of the things that come your way, not really seeing the value in your hard time and your difficulty, because that's what this is about. All right, it's like you're about to get sweet rewards for it, and they want you to see the value in what you went through. That's the most important part, and be happy because you're tapped in. Look at that. And I just told you you're spiritually protected because you got here, third eye chakra. All right, it says you are shielded. All right. So you may be thinking like you don't want to let new people in, like large groups of people. You don't, or maybe it's a large network. Maybe I don't know. Maybe you're going. Okay, because look, the turtle is moving towards the community, so moving towards networking. So that might be something you're not really super open into, is networking with people, being like socially aware. Maybe you know how, because that's what they're saying is like leaning on that is going to give you more confidence, building larger groups of friends that can help you move up in the world. All right. So, and it's also mastering, I guess. So maybe you need to master relationships, master connecting with people, master networking, master having friends, because it's about having friends. You know what I mean? Like the Capricorn is moving towards that. Even if you're not a Capricorn, that's how I'm reading them. Like they're moving towards this, and the turtle is moving towards this. So like all signs are all roads for you are pointing towards community, all right, and large scale things, or large scale thinking, all right, and having like saving room possibly for others, and then learning from the like mistakes or from the trials and tribulations that you went through previously, because you're coming into a land of milk and honey. Though I don't have milk and honey here, I do have the Six of Wands, all right, and the Seven of Cups, which is a good thing. This means that there will be victory, accolades, and this could be in business. This could be large, achievements. This could be recognition publicly. You know, what I mean, this could be. It's going to be boosting your confidence, because the Six of Wands is a confidence-induced card. So we got that. With the Magician here in reverse, this could be, a sleight of hand, but sometimes this could be also allowing spirit to do the work. It comes off a little lazy, because with the Seven of Cups, sometimes I would think it as being a little lazy, a little passive. Not really being decisive about what you would like to do. But they're saying that you don't have to in this case, all right? It says, have you put something to a much needed end to start a new cycle in life? So that's something that's playing on your confidence, holding on to something from the past and not recognizing it. And that's what this was about too, because it's saying the end of a tough cycle approaches, and to breathe, all right? Spirit is allowing you time to like decompress. All right, and now new friends or larger groups or organizations are going to be coming in. So you could be working with large groups of people, a lot of friend group, like a new friend group. Because I think of Aquarius as bringing in a new friend group, and with concessions here, this is usually about allowing new things in, new ideas, new interactions, new conversations, things like that. You know what I mean? With the third eye chakra, this is the ability to be able to see these things clearly and trust your intuition. So that's it. Like Spirit's giving you a break to I was gonna say heal your intuition, but it's more like Spirit is giving you a break so that way you can it's gonna hone in on it. So they're healing this, they're healing it, and they're helping you hone in on it. All right, with this little bit of time that you're getting to breathe after a hard time. Because Capricorn is a sign that just keeps pushing, they keep working, they keep doing whatever they're doing, even if they're hurt, even if they're tired, even if they're sad, even if they're mad. They're like the juggernaut. This person doesn't stop, and you may be this type of person who doesn't stop. And so they're saying with the Magician in reverse as your steps to take is more of like recognizing that you've done the work. You've put a lot of time and energy and effort, and now it's like getting your comeuppings, all right? Because Spirit tapped in. It's like this is a time to be happy, grateful, and so you may struggle with that because we got breathe in reverse, and sometimes it's like not knowing when to take a break, all right? And that's something that you need to know, like not guilting yourself for taking a break, all right? That's going to be important. So you may be like holding in a lot of energy, a lot of, whenever I see this card, I always think of it like this is about holding on to your resources or storing up resources for a bigger moment or a bigger opportunity, for like a release or some sort. But this when I see it, I be thinking about releasing resentment or releasing some type of pent up frustration, because Aries energy, and I'll be thinking about like some type of pent up frustration. So they're wanting you to let go of that, all right? Your past and your self-know energy is what you're moving. Either you're moving towards that, which could be like a lot of past life stuff. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it's in a negative sense, but it's not. So you could mean like a lot of past life friends, a lot of past life connections, people who are like meant to be on your path. You know what I mean? Who are meant to like come in and help you, move towards a level of abundance. And this is like to give you a feeling of closeness or safety, security. All right, Spirit has you. So you may be getting like a lot of options or opportunities that you maybe don't see as, I'm not going to say you don't see them as valuable. Maybe you don't feel like you deserve them, or you don't feel, maybe you didn't feel like you brought that in, like you manifested them, or maybe you don't feel like you can manifest these opportunities. You're like, they're saying that you don't have to do this, like you've already done the work, all right? Because the Magician is here, so there's a person who can sometimes, they don't have to rely on their abilities. They may use their talents and their gifts in awkward ways or in manipulative ways or in ways that aren't necessarily conducive for others. It could be selfish, this could be someone who's very good with the way that they communicate. They're very, manipulative, or they're very, they could be like a good salesman. Think of like the Knight of Wands. They could also be like a very good salesman, but this is someone who's very good at like paying attention to like bodies or paying attention to underlying occurrence, like feelings and emotions. This is someone who's very perceptive. They use all their gifts and their talents and abilities to do whatever they need to do to make success. And at this time, it's just saying that you don't need to do anything. All the work has been done. You've already created a masterpiece, and now it's coming into the fruition. All right. So that should boost your confidence. And they're saying that have you put something to a much needed end to start a new cycle. So they're like, you're probably using your talents and your gifts to like rehash situations or redo situations, trying to make them into something that they weren't before. And they're saying that you don't need to do that. All right. You're moving past your self-know. Like you're moving in it, but I guess it's to gain something from it. Maybe this could be like information, wisdom, clarity. Or you're moving into it because there's new friends and people who are from a past life who are coming in to aid you and help you and, create like help or hopefulness, like a hopeful feeling. All right. So they really just want you to be appreciative and be happy, like enjoy this. Like you're going to have opportunities that you didn't see coming, working out here, working for you and basically giving you either fame, recognition, or some type of success, some type of achievements, accolades, like, rewards, things like that. All right. But it also brings confidence. So it says, who are you holding in high regard that do not reciprocate the same feeling? So you may be keeping people around who are hold in high regard, who do not reciprocate the feeling. That too can play on your confidence. So you may need to be aware of those people. All right. It says you will see clearly what you are taking on from outside influences and release your energetic boundaries. Oh, you will clearly see what you are taking on from outside influences and release. Your energetic boundaries are fortified. All right. So you could be, like I said, that could be something. Maybe you could be holding like a boss or someone who's in higher authority, or someone who you see victory with, or someone who you see is successful. You may be holding them in a higher regard, and they may not hold you. You know what I mean? So that can play, and they may treat you differently. That can play into, that can play into your psyche, into your confidence, and how you feel about yourself. So be aware of that. But know that you are strong and spirit is working with you. So that is what this is all about. Like, you resting to gain your strength, and to gain your strength in your third eye, or in your perception of yourself, or perception of reality. Because you're coming into a new reality. And they're saying, have you put something to much needed end to start a new cycle? And this could have been in autumn, like in the fall, but it doesn't have to be. But it's just saying, like, reflect on that. Have you done that? Because a new cycle and period is coming. Whenever the end of a tough cycle approaches and we have it in a full moon, that means that the culmination of the work that you've done previously is showing you evidence and benefits of it. So the benefits could be coming from large groups of people. It could be coming from like a social awareness or social consciousness, like a big picture thinking of something of sort, and learning some type of lesson from all the stuff that you went through. And now you have a clear conscience, or a clear, understanding of, maybe people dynamics, or human dynamics, or friend dynamics, or networking. Like, through this hard bump and grind, you understand something at a larger level. All right. And this could deal with a lot of people, or it could deal maybe with hopes and wishes, or it could deal with like friends, or stuff like that. Anything of that sense, whatever. Anyway, let me give you advice. Inspiration. A wave of inspiration and a stream of beautiful ideas are about to enter your aura. It is important that you trust your intuition at this time. Pay attention to unusual thoughts that come to your mind, and do not discount your imagination. Many wonderful ideas which have served humanity were initially scoffed at or ridiculed. We, your guardian angels, will help you discover ways to your guardian angel will help you discover ways to apply your ideas and manifest new realities of your life. So let's go over the signs one more time. You could be an Aquarius, you could be a Capricorn, you could be an Aries, you could be a Leo, you could be a Virgo, you could be a Gemini. All right. So pile 2, that was your reading. Thanks for watching. This your boy Noonie, and this Leo in the 3rd house. Boom. Pile 3. So pile 3. What steps can you take towards gaining more self-confidence or self-belief? All right. So you could be a Cancer, you could be a Gemini, you could be a Sagittarius, you could be a Capricorn, you could be I got Cancer again, I got Sagittarius again, I got Virgo energy, so you could be any of these signs. So there's a lot of Sagittarius. So let me say this then, because it is a lot of Sagittarius and a lot of Cancer. That's funny, because that's a quincunx angle, Cancer and Gemini. Cancer and Sagittarius. All right, so you are a person who's maybe going through a growth period. You may not be aware of that, because the quincunx does represent growing up. All right, so this is how you can know that you're growing up. All right, new people come into your life and they're older than you. That's how you know it's time to grow up. All right, no lie. That's really how it works. Grown people come into your life to help you grow. It's like fertilizing you. So when older people start showing up into your life, people who are older than you, it represents growing up. Now, if younger people are showing up in your life, this is an energy of you needing to be more lighthearted, more free-flowing, free-spirited, all right? Changing ideas, being more open-minded, all right? That's what this is about, too, as well. And this has to do with your beliefs. So you're needing to be a lot more open-minded about your beliefs. This will help you boost your confidence. There's new information. So you may have certain philosophies. Sagittarius is a sign of philosophy. Capricorn is a sign of traditions. All right. And with luck is on your side, this is an ability of whatever it is that you're going after, or whatever you're needing to be optimistic about. All right. It's like the way that you've been going about creating your success, because we got treasure here in reverse. The way that you've been going about creating Treasure Island in reverse. So it's like the way that you've been going about creating stability, success, or recognition, not recognition, whatever you've done to build up some type of stability, wealth, or success, you've been churning butter doing it. All right. They're saying that there is success in being a CEO, or being driven, or being a lot more ambitious. So maybe not necessarily being a CEO. Maybe you could be a teacher, because I see that here. This is about you sharing a lot of ideas, and it could be around religion, or it could be around higher education, could be around spirituality, could just be everyday wisdom, because Sagittarius is the sage, and they are very wise. Gemini is a person who's very good at communicating brand new ideas, very refreshing ideas, all right? With the Imam Koli, this is about how your family how your family or ancestors put you out there. So how they taught you to show family traditions. So you're like an example of the family traditions. You're the ideology of what our family believes. So the way you buy a house, the way you cook, the way you clean, the way you interact with people, you are a shining example of your family dynamic or your family beliefs, your ancestral patterns, your ancestral beliefs. All right. So for example, in our household, we use bleach to clean. We like bleach, but we're getting out of that now. But back in the day, the way that our grandmothers and our mothers before, bleach was like a luxury. When you use bleach on everything. But now we've changed those beliefs. So that's where I'll give an example of being open-minded to your beliefs. All right. There's so many other ways, but this has to do with it. Like, so it's like this has kept you grounded, kept you stuck. All right, and it hasn't allowed you to. So what you're needing to do is clear the clutter. So this card is in reverse, meaning clear the clutter, and that means that spirit is working with you. So this is good. So spirit is working with you on how to clear the clutter of past ancestral patterns and beliefs. All right, and they're wanting you to be a lot more open, be a lot more curious, a lot more open-minded, and a lot more communicative with other people. All right, learn new philosophies, maybe read more, travel more. What are other people's ethics? You know what I mean? This is about finding discovery, because Sagittarius is a discoverer. They're a roamer. They're a person who looks for higher knowledge, higher wisdom. They're the one who goes out to get information and comes back and brings it to the collective. Like, look, this is what I found. We're out here on the edge of the unknown. You know, so this is that, like being able to adventure into the unknown, taking a chance to be open-minded and not feeling as if you know it all. Because the way you've been going about getting your success or your treasure or your happiness, you've been churning butter. It's not going to get you there anytime fast in that way. And it's only because you've been holding on to traditional values from a past time when the life or the world were different. You know what I mean? The fears there was a saying I once read, the fears of our parents are not the fears of the son or of the child. All right. So I'll give you an example of what that means, because that's something that was kind of profound to me, and it changed a lot of my perspective. All right. So back in the day when getting married was the thing, it was for like the survival. We needed this. I'm not saying that we don't need people, because we do need marriage. I mean, I'm not gonna say we need marriage. We don't. We do need relationships. All right, and clear principles. But there was a way of doing things back in the day. Marriage meant that the husband was the provider, the wife stayed home and raised the children, and that wasn't always happy for everyone. But that was a cookie cutter way of success. All right. So for your parents, my parents, possibly parents before yours, they felt that marriage is a form of success, right? That doing it in this form is the way that it has to be done. That's an ancestral pattern. So for instance, I'll give you another one. Oprah and Stedman. They've been together, right? Oprah makes billions of dollars more than Stedman. But traditionally, the man is the provider. So should Oprah stop being Oprah so that Stedman could step up? Would that be smart? I'm just wondering about that. Because that's what we figure is a traditional value that usually is ancestral. You may like someone, you may love someone, but you feel that they do not fit into the belief that you were taught by your family. So that's that. And this is about learning more, gaining more information. But this could also be about spreading that, sharing these ideas that you've come up with, these new perspectives. Because Sagittarius with Gemini makes you a teacher, all right? Make you a very new age teacher in a sense, or a very, very good communicated teacher, all right? And with Capricorn here, this will make you a practical teacher, a teacher who shows, or you can explain to people how to practically apply these things, all right? So you could be wanting to do that. You could be also a person who works very hard. So if you naturally know how to do things, or naturally know how to communicate, or naturally know how to teach, or you're very good at learning and being open-minded, and you don't mind sharing, maybe that's something that you should get into. All right. So you may, so you may be in an energy of feeling like I can't do that, and this may deal with around your beliefs. Like I can't do that. Like how I was just saying, like maybe you make more than a guy or the woman that you're dating, or maybe she makes more than you. Like if you're a guy, maybe she makes more than you, and that's traditionally not how you were taught that men should be. It may make you feel less masculine, or if you're a woman, him not having as much as you or making as much as you may make you feel like, how can I even love a man who's not wealthy, rich, famous, tall, whatever the case may be? You know what I mean? If he's not aggressive, because my father or my mother told me I need a man who can protect something. We don't live in those same times that your parents did. So those fears or those needs that were needed back then are not needed or fears anymore. They may be irrelevant. Back then, women, let's say back in the 40s, women were very proud if you had a car. Okay. You know what I mean? What does that mean? But now, like right now, just because a guy has a car, I mean, not that everybody has a car, but just because he has a car, you're like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? It's one of these things, it's like, where it's like you've always seen it a certain way. Now is the time to change it, because it has not provided you with the success that you want. And the way that you're going after it or persisting after this, because Capricorn is a sign that can just go up against, like they'll butt their head up against a wall. They'll just keep going. They have force control issues. All right, like they want things to be this way. So that's how I'm seeing it, because that's a sign that showed up. And it's saying that you got to get in balance and in harmony with how you feel, right? Because we got Sagittarius and so it's like, oh, okay. So that's the advice that they want you to do. These are actions they want you to do. They want you to be a little bit impatient. They want you to like dive all the way in. Because sometimes I think of Sagittarius, I think of Temperance as being 1 foot in, 1 foot out. It's like, I'll try it, but they're like, no, dive all the way in. This is luck. There's a lucky side here, all right? And with Spirit in reverse, they're helping you clear it out. So they're like, dive in, all right? And protect your heart, all right? Protect those who you care about and you feel, all right? So while expressing new ideas or being open to new ideas, keep your feelings out of it. They want you to think of it more logical. They want you to be more of a Gemini, Sagittarius, Capricorn, practical. Is this new information usable? Is this new information something that can make me grow? Is this new information something that is intriguing and I'm curious to know more about? You know what I mean? Like that's what this is. That's all three signs. That was Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Gemini energies all in one. That's what they would all ask at one time in terms of new information. So that's what you would be on, is like, is this something that would make me very curious or very outgoing, or something that would make me want to dive deeper? Is this something that can grow? Is this something that can help me grow? Is this something that could bring abundance into my life? Is this something, how can I use this? How can I practically apply this to my life? These are the stages that you would go through in order to gain more confidence, all right? Being open-minded in that sense around previous beliefs, all right? And opposition is about the things that you learn. So this is like keeping your feelings out of it and being open to like seeing it and like looking at what works for you. That's really all it is, like getting new information and seeing, is that how I would like to have my life? Is that how I would like to experience my life? Would that make me happy? So it's a sense of independence, and it's an independence of being able to create your own tree, your own foundation, your own beliefs, your own ancestral patterns. You know what I mean? It's like rewriting the story for your life. All right? And that's what they want you to do, because the Nine of Pentacles is here. This is that self-fulfillment. You know what I mean? Self-appreciation. Oh, that's the Nine of Cups. So there's still a self-appreciation, a gratitude, a gratefulness for self. You know what I mean? This is that. So normally on a traditional, this isn't a traditional. So normally on a traditional, there's that smug look. He's like, mm-hmm. And that's how you would feel in a sense. Because we also have seven of Pentacles here, which means that you would get results. You would feel very confident from these results, all right? From these new perspectives and from, I guess, from the work or from the stuff that comes from it, because it's going to be like a level of independence. That's where that's where the confidence comes from. Independence on the way that you see things, or what for you is success. You know what I mean? Or for what for you is the results that you're looking for. That independence comes from that, from finding your own balance and harmony. That's where they're advising. Find your own balance and harmony. So initially you have to jump in, and it's going to be uncomfortable because we got Temperance in reverse. And so that means that things may not feel like they're going in alignment or like they're aligning with you. Because Temperance is about, when it's upright, it's about things aligning with you. All things are working in your order. It's a trine. It's a easygoing energy, all right? But when it's in reverse, it's like fighting against that current. You know what I mean? So you may be in that energy of fighting against it, like, And they're saying like you're deep in it right now. And they want you to go deeper, go with it. There's luck on your side, all right? Whatever you aim at or whatever you pursue, or try to see this situation from a more optimistic view of what can go well as opposed to what can go wrong. Because what's going wrong is the way that you've already been doing it. So how about that? Since you want to worry about what's going wrong. All right. Confidence is here. So you all will be boosting confidence. And your confidence will probably come from being practical and being ambitious, being exploratory or being open to discovery, and being open to new ideas and communications. All right. New friends. Because Gemini does represent friends coming in, like childhood. Yeah, childhood friends, because it represents the third house. So like childhood friends or people who feel like family. All right. And Gemini is a sign that does not like to leave their neighborhood, while Sagittarius is an explorer and a roamer. So Gemini doesn't really like to leave from people that they've always known, and Sagittarius is always looking for new experiences with people they haven't known or met before. So, you know what I mean? There's like a need to find how to apply both ways with the Capricorn energy, all right? And you don't have to be any of these signs, but that's the way I just broke it down. You're welcome, all right? It says, did your experiences teach you? What did your experiences teach you that you can pass on to others? Didn't I say that? See, I said that. You could be a teacher. Do that. You could teach people about experiences, about your ideas, and about, like, you know, new beliefs. You know, be that. Do that. All right. Anyway, here's your advice. Trust. You are looking at a situation from a purely physical perspective, and therefore you cannot see the bigger picture and the blessings interwoven within this event. We, your angels, urge you to trust, for all will work out in the best possible way. Let go of your fear and apprehension and allow God's healing energy to flow to you. Trust, for all will heal in ways you never thought possible. So let me give you signs one more time. We have Cancer, Gemini, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Virgo. All right. So pile 3, that was your reading. Thanks for watching. This your boy Noonie. Oh wait, I need to tell you this. It says, if you get tired, learn to rest, not quit. All right. So pile 3, that was your reading. Thanks for watching. This your boy Noonie, and it's Leo in the third house. Boom. Pile 4. So, pile 4. What steps can you take towards gaining more self-confidence and self-belief? So you could be an Aries, you could be a Virgo, you could be a Pisces. Could be a Leo, could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It says, are you lacking confidence so you restrain yourself often? Okay. So what's being healed for you is your heart chakra. All right, that's that energy of forgiveness, peace, inner peace. That's that energy of unconditional love. And that's what they're asking you to do, because we got the Queen of Cups here. That's going to be your actions. And this could be about past relationships, healing those, offering love to those things, and learning the lesson from them. All right. So you may have a fear around expressing love or unconditional love because of past experiences. They're asking you, because the sun here in the upright is part of the actions that they would want you to take. All right. This is learning from those lessons, but becoming more lighthearted and cheerful or cheery. All right. Being loving and nurturing and understanding, compassionate, because it's for you and for others. All right. This is also identifying the situation, identifying the feelings and the thoughts. 3 of Swords can be that, identifying the feelings and the thoughts. Because I see the Ace of Swords, which is about clarity, wisdom, learning from these things. And the 2 of Swords is about trusting in your feelings. Sometimes it can be about needing to make a decision, being in 2 minds, complexity. Sometimes it can be that. And still offering love to things that you feel are hard to understand. That's the advice that we want you to do. All right? Don't be so hard on yourself or others. Because the sun with the 3 of Hearts is making a bad situation better. All right, that's the advice that we want you to do. And this could come from like an apology, or this could just come from like being very loving, nurturing, and mature. Okay, so they're saying that nothing is wasted. You're needing to recognize that. Make use of all time and all energy, or make use of all things around you. This is appreciative energy. Queen of Cups is a grateful person, and so is the Sun upright. So there's a need for you to be grateful and appreciative. All right, of the things that are coming. So maybe you're wasting things. Maybe you feel like there isn't enough, or you don't have enough, or like there's a need to be adaptable. And this is adapting to new ideas, new perceptions, new ways of being. This is in the air element, so it's usually about like old ways of being. So you need to adapt old ways of thinking. All right. So you may be like, and I feel like it may be around energy of not being grateful, or not feeling like you have enough, or not feeling like, or feeling like time has been wasted. You know what I mean? They're saying nothing has been wasted. Nothing. You haven't lost anything. All right. Higher powers here in reverse is just meaning that you're not seeing that spirit is working with you. All right. The spirit has your back in the situation, and that nothing was a waste of time, or nothing was a waste of energy, or nothing was a waste of resources. All right. You are learning. This was just about learning. So first house arrival, the first energy out. So this is about you recognizing who you are, importance to yourself, or seeing yourself in the world, like how you maybe were taught to put yourself there. It's not like the fourth house. I mean, it's not like the fourth house or like the Imam Koli. It's not that. Um, this is probably like when I think of arrival, I'm thinking of how you first enter, how you first came here. All right, so maybe you could be holding on to like childhood patterns, or feeling a bit immature, and they're like wanting you to grow up. All right, grow up and look at this from a more adult perspective. Look at life from a more adult perspective. You're no longer who you were when you started. All right, you may be trying to put on like, I think of like Virgo, because I mean now I'm mentioning Virgo, so you could be like a perfectionist, wanting things to be a certain way, overly critical, because that's what they want you to let go of, that overly critical energy. And this will boost your self-esteem. This will boost your confidence. All right, this will help you come back stronger and better. So health, because Virgo energy is here, health. All right, and possibly around addictions, you know what I mean, or the it's like kind of like that hot cold energy. So maybe you give off a hot cold energy. Sometimes you're very romantic, sometimes you're very cold, distant. You know what I mean? So it could be that hot cold energy, you know what I mean, and needing to set clear intentions. You know, that's what spirit is giving you, an opportunity to be able to set clear intentions. It says there's only one thing that makes someone change, their own realization that they need to do it. So that's what spirit is trying to give you. With the sun next to that card, there's an illumination here. So they're trying to illuminate something to you, that it's time to grow up, that it's time to mature, that it's time to become more loving, nurturing, and compassionate towards yourself and others. Yo, relax. All right. That it's time to be more uplifting. All right. So it says that you'll be more excited about, so this is what they want you to do, to be more excited about what the future brings. All right. It says the future is bright. Enjoy knowing that your optimism today, the future is bright. Enjoy knowing that your optimism today fuels your amazing tomorrow. I'm sorry, they had me in my head for a second, because I'm like, yo, y'all know what I be doing. Why is y'all being loud right now? But anyway, that might be that. Sometimes it's overly critical. So you may be like that. Like maybe a little bit, that may have been a little harsh, because I did feel like that was a little harsh in the end. But maybe you're that type of person who's a little bit overly critical of people. You know what I mean? Like, why are y'all doing that? They're just children. They're going to do stuff like that. And why it may be upset for a moment, you know, it just does, but it's okay. All right. So you may be needing to be a lot more helpful, a lot more uplifting, as opposed to a little bit harsh on people. Because you may be feeling in that energy of like, because, you know, with the Three of Swords here, that's usually that energy of depression, resentment that you still hold on to. Like it's a situation you've gotten over, but you never forgot that this has happened, or you never forgot that that you've been hurt in this way or in this manner. So that's what they're saying is like, this is a time to come back better, stronger than ever. All right, being by planning it, being confident, because Virgo energy here rules confidence. It's not the sixth house, but Virgo itself does rule confidence. All right, so this is that. It's being reliable and confident in yourself, but learning to be skeptical of how you've presented yourself from the beginning. All right, that might be the thing. Like maybe looking at how you present yourself from the beginning. So are you overly critical of other people? Are you very closed off, very perfectionistic? You know what I mean? Very detail oriented or nitpicky of people? Are you very hot and cold with people? You know what I mean? Are you inconsistent, or are you not very clear with your intentions with people? You know what I mean? Like, are you that type of person? You might need to be aware of that, because that is what needs to be adapted. That was what needs to be looked at. All right. This will allow you to grow up and be more mature. Showing up for people. The Queen of Cups is a person who shows up for people. All right. She shows up in all aspects whenever people need them. She's just unconditionally loving. She's the mother who wipes things under the rug when you make an accident. You know, before your father comes home, let's just clean this up. I got it. You're that type of person. That's the advice they would want you to be. This very forgiving, understanding type of person. You know what I mean? Especially about past situations where things have happened before and that you feel like can happen again. It may not necessarily be. Spirit is leading you into these circumstances for you to be a nurturer, a healer. All right? So this is a time for you to grow up. All right? That's really all I got for this. This was a short pile. I didn't have a lot of cards. And the messages were pretty clear here. All right? But here's your advice. Star, believe in yourself. You are a wonder of creation. Wash away all fear and discover you are a shining star. Allow all around you to just be. Let go of trying to control life, for the light of your soul will guide you always towards love. Remember, stars are born through explosions of love. Love illuminates all things. Never forget you are truly a shining star. So, Pile 4, that was your reading. Thanks for watching. This your boy Noonie, and it's Leo in the third house.